Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you have to check out the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking about the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. If you're looking for pay-per-view predictions, if you're looking for pay-per-view reviews, if you're looking for interviews, check out the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast.
Crash and Burn!
In the street fight.
Welcome to Crash and Burn, where tonight we are back with an AEW pay-per-view predictions episode, and this is going to be the upcoming pay-per-view All Out from the Now Arena in Chicago, Illinois, and this features the in-ring return of the best in the world, CM Punk, the first time in 7 years facing Darby Allin, but we will predict that match shortly. But before that, let's bring everybody in. First up, he's back for the first time since the Survivor Series 2020 predictions, Demon Savage Blake.
Hey, man. Great to be. Hopefully, I'll become a member soon. No, but thank you. And Josh and Jason and Wyatt, thank you all for bringing me back.
Hey, it's good
Anytime, brother.
Anytime.
Next up, he is from Raw. He's a former Raw Tag Team Champion with Omos, AJ Styles.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Crash fucking Burn Wrestling
Crash and
Podcast.
fucking burn, yeah, crash and fucking burn.
Anyways, we're here to predict AEW All Out. I'm excited about Punk's return, and let's do it. Let's predict.
Next up, he is Wyatt.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another episode in the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. You never really see me on much AEW episodes, but if it wasn't for me, Blake wouldn't be on here tonight because, Blake was live earlier today saying that how much he wanted to come back. So I immediately messaged Jason to see if it was okay to have him on tonight's episode. And thankfully,
it's good to have him back.
Everything worked on great terms. And let's get this episode rolling. I might actually watch All Out this Sunday, which I haven't watched an AEW pay-per-view in like over a year. So let's get the card rolling.
Last but not least, he's the AEW World Champion, Josh Danker.
Yes, ladies
He
and
took the title from
gentlemen,
Kenny.
what is up? I am back once again for another AEW predictions episode.
Oh, we're still in. Welcome back to her?
Okay.
Blind, deaf, stupid, dumb, or possibly out of your goddamn mind. I am the one true assassin of the pro wrestling world /
Pro
universe.
Wrestling World, okay. Assassin.
Okay.
Of course, got the AEW title, repping Kenny.
Since when have you hooked up from Kenny?
Yeah.
You didn't like Kenny?
I haven't hooked up with Kenny. I just, did the.
Oh, you stole it from him. Okay.
I just stole the
Wow,
belt
he's
from,
a
like
belt
someone did to
stealer.
Chris Jericho. So
If Don Callis comes to your house, we know why you left the call.
Don Callis, fuck you. You ain't coming to my house because you know what? This is my championship now. I stole it. I'm gonna give it to Christian Cage.
All right. Speaking of AEW World Title matches, we might as well start with this match.
Let's do it.
Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega, AEW World Title match.
Oh man.
How about you start, champ?
All right, man. I love both these guys. They're both great, talented performers in the ring. I feel like Kenny's had such a long reign with it. Both him and the Bucks, both of them, they need to drop the titles at some point. And what Christian's been doing in AEW, man, he's been on fire in AEW, and I feel like him holding that Impact title and that AEW title is gonna be awesome. So it's gonna be a tough choice between the two. It's like you think Kenny's gonna retain somehow because Don Callis will be there. If so, maybe Don Callis will be banned from ringside. But if I had to choose what I want to win, I want to see Kenny drop the title to Christian Cage. I feel like Christian deserves that. He worked his ass up to get to the #1 spot in the rankings. So my pick stands Christian Cage, but I have a feeling Kenny might find a way to retain.
I want Christian Cage to take the title from Kenny Omega, but I think Kenny Omega is going to retain thanks to Don Callis. But if he's banned from ringside, then I'm going for Christian Cage.
As we speak, Kenny Omega has now held the AEW World title for 246 days.
Well, yeah, he's having a good reign, but he had it for long enough, and it's time to drop the title to somebody else.
Yep.
So, go ahead, Wyatt.
I'm definitely 1,000% gonna go with one of my childhood idols, and that's Christian. I fucking hate Kenny Omega. He sucks. He's overrated. I think everything about him's overrated. I think Don Callis is a piece of shit saying, I think Kenny Omega's the greatest wrestler of all time. Blah, 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 blah. I think
Wait, your favorite
everything the
wrestler
Elite
is Kenny
bullshit's
Omega,
overrated.
Brian?
I think the Elite's overrated. And another thing I'm gonna say is Kenny Omega is shit. He's cringe balls, terrible, cringe balls, and
God
fuck
damn.
you.
Okay, Evan. What are you, Evan?
Okay, Evan.
Kenny Omega's fuck you. And he's a Triple H wannabe with that facial hair look. He's a Triple H wannabe. He'll be nothing like
We
Triple H.
knew so gonna steal.
All right. So you're going for Christian. All right, Blake,
I'm
go ahead,
going
man.
with Christian.
I
To
mean,
see him beat Kenny again, that would be the best day of my life. Especially
Uh-oh.
eating chick.
Oh,
especially-
really?
Just a reminder, cookies a Chick-fil-A slap.
Okay.
That was so random on a wrestling podcast.
all
All
right, so,
right, go ahead, Blake.
I mean, Christian has gone a long way. From Josh's point, he's been working his ass off for this whole time for in-ring return, and I think he deserves this win. I think he deserves becoming world champion, and holding two belts from different companies. So I think Christian will do it. I think he'll pull it off again.
Yeah, Christian for the win. Styles, go ahead.
Okay.
Hmm.
Alright, as much as I love to see Christian win the title, I don't think he's ready for that title yet. I think he just won the TNA title recently, and
That's true, yeah.
but I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega to retain because I think he'll drop the title eventually to CM Punk. I think that's what they should build.
No, they shouldn't put CM Punk to the world title reign already.
It's
Not
too
yet.
early.
Yeah.
Not
It's
yet,
too
at least. He's still new to the company.
I still
I as soon as I saw CM Punk, he should be world champion now because
Oh, shut up, AJ.
he's
AJ,
gonna be
it's too early for this.
AJ,
he's
it's
a
too
me-
early for this.
Alright,
AJ. Say your pick.
AJ, are you
It's
from
Kenny,
the
right?
future?
All right, fine.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
now. Shh. Okay.
No, I'm
Shut
actually
up
gonna
and-
do. I'm actually gonna do my Kenny Omega. To
Wait,
retain.
you said that already. Now
Oh.
the women's title match.
Okay.
Dr. Britt
I
Baker,
meant-
Chris Statlander.
I meant to say one thing before we continue. I mean, if Christian drops the Impact title to, Brian Myers, I wouldn't mind that at all. But we'll see what happens this Sunday. So, what's the next match?
AEW Women's World Title Match.
Ooh.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, by Rebel, Chris Statlander.
get
I'm
it
gonna
right.
go for Dr. Britt Baker.
Wait.
Hey, Blake, you go.
I think, man, I really don't have much into this match. I think Dr. Big Breaker's gonna win this one. I think she's gonna win. I mean, I think
Rebel might do something to
I think-
interfere.
it's a long reign as AEW Women's Champion. She's worked her way up to this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think long.
That's
Right.
true.
And Wyatt, while you're laughing there, how will you go ahead for this match? I see you
Oh.
laughing.
Okay, who am I picking? I'm gonna go with probably the only woman wrestler I really like on AEW, and that is Dr. Britt
The only
Baker because
woman
she's
wrestler?
the only woman on there who really impresses me. I respect all the women on the roster, but shit, Britt Baker's probably the only one who can really act.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah,
wouldn't mind
she's a
me-
good heel.
Pretty much.
I mean, it wouldn't mind me if Adam Cole made his AEW debut this weekend, and then maybe once Britt Baker wins, they'll have a very inappropriate celebration. Who knows?
Oh my god.
Good God Almighty, they're having a fun.
All right. Champ, go ahead.
Anyways, apparently I'm the AEW champion today. I'm not really the champ, but
There you are.
man, another
Have
match
title,
where I'm
Josh.
stuck between two of my favorites. I love Chris Statlander to death. I love Dr. Britt Baker right now. She's by far my favorite wrestler on the women's roster right now. I mean, Chris Statlander getting an opportunity, which was one thing that I asked, for her to get, because she's one of the most highly talented wrestlers I've seen. Like, after watching her on the indie scene in her last match before she signed to the company, I was impressed, and I just became a big fan of hers. But it's too soon to take the title off the Doctor of AEW, which is Britt Baker. It's too early yet. Britt Baker, everything she's been doing now is awesome. So I'm going with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, for the win to retain the title.
Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
Damn right.
All right. Omas's partner. Go ahead.
Oh my god. Alright, anyways. I'm done. Alright. As much as I'd love to see Penta with the title, but I think it's a little bit too early for her, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say Britt Baker to retain the title. She's a good women's wrestler. She's one of the best. To be honest. And like in a few, if I had to give you my top 5 favorite women's wrestler right now, I would go with Britt Baker, Chris Statlander, Sheeta, Nyla Rose, kinda, and then
Bro, that's the thing. AEW doesn't have a division,
Yeah, alright, you
AEW's
know what?
women's division, yeah.
Dang, AJ.
Damn it. Alright.
No favorite.
Britt,
Hold on. AJ, I
Sheeta.
thought you were gonna go with Britt Baker, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Lana, and let's see, Mandy Rose,
Damn.
because blonde women, like, and even though I'm blonde women deserve nothing but anything but respect and love.
No, but seriously, Britt, Chris,
Uh,
Sheeta, Nyla, and Big Swole, the top 5, in my
Big
opinion.
Swole, I like
Guys,
Yeah, big
guys,
Soul.
I got. hold on.
She deserves so much better, to be honest.
Who? Chris Statlander.
No, Big Swole.
that. Don't talk anything bad about my girl, all right?
I like Big
What?
Swole's okay.
But Dr. Britt Baker,
Chris
DMD,
Statlander's a
the
sweet
title.
human being.
I don't know if she's officially signed to AEW or not, but
Who?
another woman wrestler who impresses me is Kira Hogan.
She's not signed yet, but I hope she does in the future.
She deserves it.
And she's on the
We're just
Senior
talking
Battle
about
Royal.
women's wrestlers throughout history in the current era. So,
Yeah.
Jason,
Speaking of which, let's move on to the Casino Battle Royal then.
Let's go. Can't wait.
The 21 women to Casino Battle Royal. Now the participants: Nyla Rose versus Thunder Rosa versus The Bunny versus Big Swole versus Julia Hart versus Ty Conti versus Diamante versus Red Velvet, Penelope Ford, Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura, if that's how you say it, versus Kiera Hogan versus Abaddon versus Jay Cargill versus Layla Hirsch versus Kylan King versus Rebel, versus Jamie Hayter, Riho. Oh, and there's a to be announced.
And NJ and Penelope Ford are also in it.
Penelope Ford, yeah.
And a mystery participant, which is probably the
Bruh.
joke. Right?
I'm lazy
Bruh.
to read the rest.
why is Riho even in that match? She can't even go through a table.
You know, I might go for
That's actually true. Riho can't go through a table.
I
That
mean, I respect
mystery,
Riho and all, but
that
it's
mystery
true.
person.
People are saying, like, all right, everyone, let's make a prediction who the mystery might be.
Let's as always.
Oof.
I'm gonna go. A
We're
lot of
done.
people are saying it's gonna be Ruby Riot.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
If
I don't know whoever that mystery person is, or Ty Conti or Penelope Ford.
I'll go with the mystery participant.
Or
I definitely want to see Thunder Rosa definitely get a title shot. Definitely Ty Conti as well. For my top 4 picks, I like a lot of the women in AEW, so I'm gonna go with Nyla Rose, the mystery participant, Thunder Rosa, and I have to say, I met this person. I have to go with Red Velvet. I feel like Red Velvet deserves a title opportunity. She's worked her ass.
Red Velvet,
off.
okay. Why? Go ahead.
I'm probably gonna go with the mystery person who I think it could be. It could be Ruby Riot, could be Lana, because her husband's in AEW,
Yes.
or maybe it'll be maybe Santana Garrett. Who knows? No, I think she'll go back to Impact. Who knows? It could be, since aren't Impact and AEW still having a connection?
Yes, they're
Yeah.
still in partnership.
Maybe Chelsea Green could be in it. Maybe Deonna Purrazzo. Maybe it could be. Oh,
Mercedes.
I definitely expect Ruby Riot. If she is, I'll be happy because
I just said somebody that actually got released, and who was in AEW for a short time, Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah, we
I
can
was
make.
gonna say Brandy Rhodes, but I'm
it's
like,
gonna be someone
nah.
big.
We can
It's gonna be someone big. It's
have
either gonna probably
Mercedes
be Ruby
Martinez returning
Riot,
to AEW.
Lana, Chelsea Green, or etc.
Yeah, it could be Brandy Rhodes for crying out loud.
Yeah, definitely either
Oh.
gonna be Lana, Ruby Riot, or maybe Chelsea Green or Deonna Purrazzo. Who knows? But definitely my pick to win will be the mystery person. Or maybe I'll go with a woman who's really impressed me in AEW, and that is Taynara Conte. And maybe I'll go with the. I think those are going to be my two picks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Either Taynara Conte or the mystery person.
Okay. Blake, go ahead, man.
I think the mystery person or
Could you guys hear him?
Not really.
It cut out a little bit.
You cut
Yeah,
out,
cut out.
dude.
I think the mystery person could be Ruby Riot or Red Velvet or Tay Conte. I think, but those two I picked, I think they deserve the opportunity. They've been asses this whole time. In AEW.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Former
Hold on,
Raw
I
Tag Team
forgot one
Champion.
thing.
Oh,
You know who could be the mystery person? It could be Billy Kay or Peyton Royce because Sean Spears is in AEW.
It doesn't really make sense though, because if you just
Or
had
maybe
two
they'll do it.
mystery partners.
Maybe they'll come in together because they never lose each other's side.
True.
That's true.
yeah.
You know what? But they're probably what's their new name because it sounds really dope. What's their new name again?
The inspiration.
Inspirations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women's
All right. Former Raw Tag Team Champion. Go ahead.
All right. I think the mystery partner will be either Ruby Riot or Mercedes Martinez or fucking Lana or I don't even know. Maybe either Ruby or Mercedes. I think I'm gonna go with them. Those are my top two mystery partners. I mean mystery opponents. But
Okay.
if I had to choose one, I would have to go with Ruby Riot. But
Ruby Riot's the most predictable one out of all of them.
yes, and if I had to go to win, and I'm sorry, Ruby Riot, but you're not winning. You just came to AEW, and I don't think you deserve this win yet. I think you'll have to wait a little bit.
Ruby
I'm gonna
Riot's
go
not even
ahead.
signed yet. You say that like she's signed.
I mean,
I don't care.
Come on, AJ, be nice to Ruby. She's a nice woman. She has feelings.
Anyway,
come on.
Okay, say your final pick, AJ.
She has
Either
emotions as well, like all of us. Be nice
all
to
right,
AJ.
I'm gonna go either Anna Jay or Auntie. I'm gonna
Nice.
Go with the mystery
I'm gonna go
person.
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say officially, I'm saying Anna Jay. She just came back. Look,
AJ, did you lose your voice?
What?
You cut out, man.
I think he said Anna J. I think.
hold up. There we go.
All right. Anyways, let's move on.
Hold on, my pods are off. All right. Anyways,
Let's jump to the buy-in really quick because we have a match there. 10-man tag team match. Best Friends, Jurassic Express, Hardy Family Office, or Hybrid 2.
Okay.
all right.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go for Jurassic Express and the Best Friends.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Best Friends and Jurassic Express.
All right, Josh, who do you have?
Man, I like some of the people in the Hardy Family Office. I like Private Party. I like a lot of the talent that is with Matt Hardy in this faction, but they're not really getting over. I mean, a lot of them deserve better, like the H2. You have both of them, Angelico and Jack Evans. They're very talented individuals, especially Jack Evans. If you've ever seen him on the indie scene, he's very talented. But if I had to choose who I want to win, it's definitely going to be Best Friends and Jurassic Express. Jurassic Express, hands down, my favorite AEW tag team going right now.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, my pick is Best Friends and Jurassic Express.
Blake.
I think the Best Friends and Jurassic Express, but I think after this match they will have to face each other to see who will be the number one contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championships.
Alright. I like that. I like
Okay,
Not a bad idea either.
That's what I think.
What,
All right, Wyatt, go
what are
ahead.
we getting notifications for, Wyatt? Was it performed?
Oh, who am I picking to win? I mean, I've got to go with the Hardy family because, you know, I'm a big fan of Matt Hardy myself. I shouldn't say that because, you know, I'm part of the wrestling business. I shouldn't say that. Like, I mean, I've looked up to Matt Hardy for so many years. But, I mean, I won't let Matt Hardy down. So I'm probably going to go with the Hardy family to win this. But if Jurassic Express and Best Friends do win, I would be okay with that because, you know, I'm actually a big fan of Orange Cassidy myself. I love Orange Cassidy.
Freshly squeezed.
Yep. Who doesn't love Orange Cassidy?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Hardy family to win this match.
All right, AJ, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just say this. It's obvious. I'm going with Jurassic Express and Best Friends. They're obviously gonna win this one. I'm sorry, but TH2 really deserves better. And the Hardy family office, they got too much people in the group. They just gotta do something. But anyways, I'm just going with Best Friends and Jurassic Express. It's an easy win.
All right. Up next, we have the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers for the AEW World Tag Team titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, the Lucha Brothers really deserve this win, so I'm going for them. And it's time for the Young Bucks to drop the tag titles.
Yes.
Even though I love the Young Bucks, but I want the Lucha Brothers to win.
Yes.
All right, Blake.
I myself, I'm not really as a big of a Young Buck fan, so I'm going with
So,
Lucha Bros.
The Lucha Brothers.
John.
No. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll take that as you said the Lucha Brothers since you cut out.
yeah.
AJ.
Okay.
Alright. I'm actually torn about this because how long has the Young Bucks held those titles for?
Since Full Gear 2020.
Yep.
November 7, 2020.
That's okay. That's a long time. Actually, yeah. I'm sorry, but Young Bucks, you are dropping the goddamn tag titles. You are losing. The Young Bucks is losing. The Lucha Bros is winning the tag titles. A big moment for them. They absolutely deserve it.
All right. Wyatt.
I see the Young Bucks are gonna win that match. I mean, I'm picking the Lucha Bros to win that match because the Young Bucks are absolutely overrated. I think they're the most overrated tag team right now, and I think they're overrated, crap, cringe, balls, and fuck you.
Okay. Evan.
And his camera falls at the same time. Even better.
All right. Well. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, this match, I always look forward to the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros. After the first match in AEW they had with each other at Double or Nothing, I waited till the ladder match. Well, I think the ladder match was the second match they had with each other, and then I wanted to see another match eventually happen with the two of them. As we speak, the Young Bucks have held those titles for 271 plus days. So I think it's time.
Yeah, they're losing.
I think it's time to drop it to definitely my favorite tag team, my second favorite tag team in AEW right now, and that is Penta and Phoenix, the Lucha Brothers. I've always looked up to the Lucha Brothers. You know, I followed their careers through Lucha Underground, and I was very impressed with the two of them. I just became huge fans of them, and when they signed to AEW, it was a blessing. So, you know, I'm going with the Lucha Brothers. It's time. From the very start, when the tag titles were first announced, it was SCU and the Lucha Brothers to determine the inaugural champions. SCU won that. I wanted the Lucha Brothers so bad. So, Tony Khan, please make it happen. Lucha Brothers.
And shout out to Tony Khan.
Yep.
So, the Lucha Brothers are my pick.
All right, so everyone went here?
I think
Yeah.
Wyatt. Yeah, Wyatt won it. Yeah.
Okay, and this is who I think the Young Bucks should definitely, for crying out loud, this is who I'd rather see the Young Bucks drop the tag titles to immediately.
No.
One of my favorite tag teams.
SpongeBob and Patrick.
The
Yeah.
Krusty Crushers.
Or how about this? They can drop the tag titles to Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch.
No, Bert Nerd.
Anyways, let's move on to Miura versus Eddie Kingston for the AEW TNT Championship.
Okay, I like that.
Oh,
Okay. I'm down to see Eddie Kingston hold the TNT title, so you know what? I'm gonna go for him, but I won't have any problem with Miura retaining.
Right.
ooh,
So, AJ, go ahead.
ooh. This one's a difficult one. I mean, I love both men. Eddie Kingston's one of the best talents, to be honest. Miro, he's in his prime, man. But I don't see Miro dropping that TNT title very soon. So I don't see him dropping it very soon. So
He won it on an episode of Dynamite, I believe.
I'm gonna go and say Miro to retain the TNT title. Sorry, Eddie Kingston, but you're not winning.
All right. Wyatt.
I'm actually I mean I'm seeming to dig this match. I mean Eddie Kingston's pretty cool. You know, I don't know too much about the guy, but I think he's pretty cool. You know, him and Moxley are all put cool together because I freaking love Moxley. And yes, I'm wearing his old shirt as known as Dean Ambrose, but Moxley has a match later on the card, But yeah, I don't really see Eddie Kingston really winning a singles belt, you know, with the pair up with Moxley. I'm probably going to go with Miro to retain to this match. I think Miro's a pretty good badass. You know, he was all,
Yes.
you know, he had a hot winning streak when he was Rusev in 2014. So, I'm going to probably go with Miro to win.
All right.
Who knows?
Danker.
Maybe Lana will come after that.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Good point.
Yeah, I love Eddie Kingston. I first heard about him when I went to an indie show. Someone I know was telling me about how he's one of the greatest talent from the indie scene. But then I watched the indie event where he made a speech calling out Cody Rhodes for the TNT title. Showed up on Dynamite. Next thing you know, Eddie Kingston is all elite. Soon enough, I became a much bigger fan of his. I think he's one of the most talented individuals to ever step foot in AEW and step foot in a big promotion. Like, this is something big for him in his career, and I feel like, you know, he worked his ass to get to where he's at today. And plus, he's a New Yorker. He's a local. He's one of the local guys down here in New York. So,
Hometown boy.
one of the hometown boys. But I love Miro. I feel like I've been loving what Miro's been doing. So it's kind of iffy. Miro's only held the title since May of this year, so he's only had it for 87 plus days. So I'm going to go with Miro to retain the TNT title for right now, and then maybe Eddie will win it in the future. But I kind of want to see him win. I want to see his first title, but yeah, I'm going to go with Miro. Miro's going to retain.
All right. Blake, have you gone yet?
Oh no.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I think Miro will win because I feel like Miro's gonna make this relevant than it is before. But I think Miro, I think he'll retain his title, and yeah, have a good reign. I don't have much to say, but
Anyway, so pretty much everybody went here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jason, before you move on, I just found an audio from a podcaster of what he said, and Vince found out about it. I'm gonna tell you, Vince was mad pissed.
Oh,
I can find it.
oh.
I'll
Oh,
give you an
like
example. I
Vince
think
McMahon.
Vince McMahon may own AEW. That's just my opinion. I mean, why is his guys rolling and they're going right there? Take me to him. Take me to the son of a bitch. Take me to him. Come on. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Where's the
Dang.
son of a bitch? Where is he? Where are they? God, where?
You're like, yo, like that, damn it.
All right. So, Wyatt, as you mentioned, John Moxley has a match. Speaking of which, John Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima.
I'll pronounce it if you.
There you go. You got it. You got it. You did good.
All right.
Kojima. You did good.
All right. I'm just gonna call him Kojima then.
Satoshi Kojima. It's not really that hard.
John Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima.
Yes.
All right. All right. I'm gonna go for Moxley. Josh.
Oh my god. You know, this is why I love AEW and Tony Khan for a reason. Because of this Forbidden Door cross-brand partnership. You're partnering with Impact. You're partnering with New Japan. Like, a lot of people I know love New Japan. I haven't kept up with a lot of the later stuff, but I love a lot of guys down in New Japan. I feel like some of the great talent came from there, and they also worked with Impact and stuff like that. But I love Mox. Always have, always will. I'm gonna go with Moxley for this one. So I never really knew much about Satoshi Kojima. I kind of watched one or two matches of his, but I'm going with Moxley.
All right. All right. Wyatt.
I've never heard of the Satoshi Kojima guy before. I believe he wrestles for New Japan. I mean, he does seem like a good wrestler and all, but I'm probably gonna go with me and my dad's fave, and that is John Moxley.
All right.
Doesn't
All right.
John Moxley look just like Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah.
With like his
He is
bald
pretty
head.
much the next Stone Cold Steve Austin, in my opinion. I shouldn't say that, but you know,
What?
he's AEW's version of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right. Blake.
So I think who was Mox? I can't pronounce his name.
Satoshi Kojima.
Satoshi Kids. What?
Yeah.
It's Satoshi Kojima.
Kojima.
Just
I
say
think-
Kojima, pretty much, Blake.
Yeah, just say Kojima.
Kojima.
Yeah.
Alright. I think Kojima is like the most talented guy in New Japan. I've been watching him wrestle for about years now. I think I'm not saying he'll win this match, but he's no other going against one of the best in AEW and longest reigning AEW World Heavyweight Champion, John fucking Moxley.
John fucking
One of the
Moxley.
best.
Yeah.
The best hardcore guys in AEW.
Definitely. Agreed.
Yeah. All right. AJ.
I'm gonna go. All right. I heard of this guy, Kojima. Yeah, he's wrestling in Japan, New Japan, but I'm afraid that Kojima's probably gonna lose to Mox because Mox is like one of their top AEW's top stars, and
Of course.
there's no way a guy from another promotion would win. That would be an embarrassment. But anyways, I'll just go with Mox. And this is the face that we say, he likes the weed.
Shut up, AJ.
Boy, he loves his weed.
Perfect timing to move on to this match: Paul White versus QT Marshall.
Oh god.
Oh, I can't.
That's gonna be a squat.
No, that's a squash. That's a squash right there.
This is gonna be a squash match, so you know what? I'm gonna go for Paul White.
Yeah, Paul White. All he's gotta do is just knock him out. Boom, boom. Win the match.
Are you Phil?
All right, Blake, go ahead.
I think Paul White's just gonna go and just knock him out and just win this match. Like, there's nothing much to say about this match at all. Just go out there, knock him out. Boom, you win the match.
All right, Wyatt, go ahead.
I'm gonna have some things to say on this match. I think Paul is gonna win. You know, I've watched Paul ever since I've got into wrestling. You know, I grew up watching him, but you know, I think I'm gonna go by Big Show because I'm so used to calling him Big Show. But you know, I mean, it's just I mean, he deserves his time to retire and all. But I mean, he still got it in the ring. But I think he does deserve his time to retire at some point. I thought after his match with Randy Orton last year was going to be his last ever match, but no, I thought he was going to be like a commentator or like a producer there at AEW. But it seems like he's going to knock out QT Marshall out like he's Mr. Potato Head. So.
Exactly.
But, I thought it was cool, but I still thought it was cool to see him appear, when QT, Aaron Solo, and Nick Camarado were in the ring and attacking Tony Schiavone and his son and all. And then Paul came out. That proves that Paul's still great no matter what. But, and Aaron Solo was the only person that got chokeslammed. Even though I do respect Aaron Solo and all, but I need a question for him. What was more painful, Paul chokeslamming you or Bailey breaking up with you?
Oof.
Oh,
Damn.
That's a roast. Oh.
That's cold. Ooh. Anyways.
perfect
You
time to
hated
move on
up
to
by
Josh's pick.
Aaron Solo there, Wyatt.
Oh man.
I doubt he's gonna see this. I just wonder. Paul chokeslams are pretty painful, so.
I mean, you can.
I mean, you have a point there.
I've
Paul's
always
chokeslams seem pretty
Paul
painful.
You could
White.
hopefully what happened to his chest. That's
Wait,
kind of.
who you said, Josh? Paul White?
Yeah, like I was saying before, I always loved Paul White. One of the most, kind of nicest people to me in terms of wrestlers.
Oh, for sure.
Paul, he's such a great human being. Always helps out with the fans and everything like that, stuff like that. Once he made the jump over to AEW, I was in complete shock. I didn't expect him to go over there, but
That was a complete shock. I agree.
I
we
didn't expect him to have a match. I thought he was just gonna do like commentating.
He signed the same exact day his WWE contract expired.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to come up. I know he's gonna be doing commentating for Dark Elevation and stuff like that. But I didn't expect him to have a match and ever since his last match with Randy Orton when he was in WWE. But it's gonna be a squash. The factory should have been banned from ringside. But there could be a way that the factory can interfere, or not just the factory. The Gun Club turned heel on Paul White last Wednesday on Dynamite. Do not forget that.
Time coming.
So
Who turned heel?
the Gun Club.
Gun Club.
Oh, the Gun Club, yeah.
So I'm going with Paul because he's gonna chokeslam the shit out of Cody's former best friend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
QT Marshall thinks he's hot shit, but he's not. I love QT. He's a great talent, but Paul's gonna kill you.
Paul is gonna kill you.
AJ's gonna go. AJ's gonna go.
Alright,
Anyways,
this is gonna be. I'm sorry. This is gonna be like a 30-second match. I mean, QT, his faction is okay, but it's
what's special about his faction?
It's gonna be a forgettable group eventually when they break up, pretty much. But anyways,
it's not gonna make a difference.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Paul White to knock out QT and then pin him easily. And yeah, and what a way to make a return to wrestling, and especially on AEW for a while. And yeah, and I would say this hashtag Paul is gonna kill you.
Let's move to the next match. Let's move to the next match.
Damn it.
AJ, you're going to go first for this match, AJ.
Ooh.
Chris Jericho versus MJF. If Jericho loses, he must retire.
Oh.
So go ahead, AJ.
I don't think he'll retire.
Dude,
I think he's supposed to leave AEW. I think that's the stipulation.
No,
I don't think he's gonna retire.
He's retiring, actually.
Don't say that. I'm gonna cry.
But anyways, this is actually pretty hard because as much as I love MJF, Chris Jericho still got it, to be honest.
Yes.
So I think he got a few things left in him. So I'm gonna say Chris Jericho for the win.
Yep.
This, I mean, he's probably only going to leave for a while to go to have some work with Fozzy done. So I'm gonna go for MJF, but I won't mind Chris Jericho winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume he's just gonna take a break from AEW for a while because he works with Fozzy. So yeah, that's my pick. Josh.
Yeah, it's kind of another hard match. Like the first match we talked about was kind of hard. The women's title match was kind of hard between the two picks. Oh man, I love MJF. His heel work is amazing and all. I mean, if they're trying to put him as like the young version of Chris Jericho, it's not really that. I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho to win. I still want him to wrestle and stuff like that. I want Jericho to at least get one win against this fucking asshole because
Yeah, he also flipped me off.
we know that, AJ. I was there. I saw everything. I have evidence. But yeah, I'm going with Chris Jericho. But if MJF wins, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Blake.
I understand MJF is in his prime, but I got to go with the legend himself and the GOAT, Chris Jericho. I think he has I think he has more in him. I think
Le Champion.
I think there's one thing he needs to do, and that's win the TNT Championship.
Ooh.
Chris Jericho is TNT champion.
As a mid-card champ. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
All right. Wyatt.
Before I predict, Josh, remember this?
Hey, Josh, it's MJF. Heard you're a big fan. Guess what? I don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I remember that very much.
No matter where MJF is, he's always in character.
He's always in character wherever he is. If you see him on the street, you see him in your bedroom, you see him by your house, you see him at a restaurant, you see him at a show, you see him in the parking lot.
I remember that video very much.
Even in family's house, damn it.
Yeah.
Even in Christmas morning and Thanksgiving dinner, he's gonna stay in character.
I don't give a shit about your Christmas dinner.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go here. Okay, so what I think's going to be for this match, I think MJF could win. And Jericho, I love both guys. Jericho's like my 7th favorite wrestler of all time. But I am gonna go with, I think MJF could win this match, and I think Jericho has teased this on social media since his contract expires at the beginning of next year. Jericho teased this on social media with the WWE playing in the background. Jericho's like, I think I've seen this playing before, and maybe Jericho could come back. Maybe Jericho will be the first person coming from AEW coming to WWE.
Ooh.
Okay.
And honestly, if WWE is going to keep getting rid of all these wrestlers and sell their company, but bringing back Chris Jericho, I'd actually be down for that. I wouldn't mind that at all. If Chris Jericho left and WWE keeps going with these firings and shit, but they return Chris Jericho, I'd be freaking down for that.
I'll be okay to see that.
WWE is like only signing college athletes now. Like they're no more signing indie wrestlers. Like AEW, New Japan, and Impact, like they're signing all these talents, and I think that's great because all these talents WWE never uses, and that's like WWE hired so much talent that they use it all. But AEW is using talent, and they have unsigned talent on Dark, which I think is a great idea. They can keep up hiring all this talent, and WWE won't have much of their roster, but having Chris Jericho back, that'd be great.
All right.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
I mean, I miss Chris Jericho in WWE. I really do. But hell, I want Chris Jericho to have another world title run. But if Jericho does leave AEW, I want him back in WWE.
All right.
But I've enjoyed Chris Jericho on AEW. But Chris Jericho is great on AEW. But I think it's time to come home, Jericho.
He has so many problems with I don't know. He has a lot of problems with WWE, like bookings and all that stuff in the past.
AJ, maybe that'll change if he ever came back.
AJ, Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Okay.
Jericho.
I think I've said enough here, but I mean, if Jericho wins, great. If MJF wins, not surprised. But
All right. So
let's
if
go.
anyone has anything else to say,
I mean,
Josh predict?
Yeah, I'm going for Jericho.
I mean,
Well,
if
I think
Jericho
MJF.
if Jericho loses, all he's gonna do is just go back to WWE and just have that little list of his.
Oh my god.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
he's gonna ever bring that. I don't think the list is ever coming back. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't.
Yeah.
anyways, I think we went through all the matches, but there's one more match.
The best friend in the
Hey. For the first time in 7 years, we will see the best in the world, CM Punk, coming back to pro wrestling to face Darby Allin singles match.
Yeah.
Oh,
Opera time.
The cult of personality is back.
Yes.
Dude. And is in AEW. So when he came out on Rampage on August 20th at the United Center, the crowd was on fire. We were all
The buzz were
marking out
pretty much.
in the call and in the group chats. It's great to have CM Punk back. So,
Yes.
and you know what? Why not kick off his AEW career picking up the win over Darby Allin to put Darby Allin over? So you know what? CM Punk for the win, the true best in the world.
Yes.
Josh, go ahead.
oh my God! That moment on Rampage, August 20th, Chicago, Illinois. The best in the world comes back. I waited 7 years. I wasn't like one of those marks, that.
As soon as the cult of personality hits,
Yeah.
crowd's on fire.
As I was saying, I wasn't one of those marks that kept tweeting at CM Punk, "Please come back. We miss you." You gotta be.
I was not that either.
Exactly. Like marks. Yeah.
Where? I want to see a Punk back in the roster. Where?
Exactly. That's how they
They
work.
teased this a lot for CM Punk
But
coming to
I
I
AEW.
didn't
felt like
believe
it wasn't
anything.
really a surprise. I felt like it was more like, yeah, we know it's coming because of the rumors and stuff like that. But
Some people don't believe it until they see it.
some people don't believe it till they see it. Like
But as soon as the cult of personality hits, boom, they get emotional.
and I was just in shock that
They
whole
get happy.
night.
This is like one of the best shockers in in the
The
decade.
greatest return in
The Hardy
pro
I never.
wrestling.
That's gonna be one of the greatest
AEW
returns
history.
for wrestling this year.
Pro wrestling.
So if I'm gonna choose who I want to win, I love both Darby Allin and CM Punk. Man, Darby's always been one of my favorites in AEW so far. Like ever since his match with Cody, I always, I like this character, I like this gimmick. I'm like, this guy's got potential. He's one of the biggest stars right now in AEW. But I'm sorry, Darby. As much as I love you, I gotta go with one of the wrestlers that made me a bigger fan in 2011 of his, and that's the best in the world, CM Punk.
CM Punk. Heck yeah. AJ.
I am alright. I'm sorry, Darby Allin. You are a great talent. You are one of the best stars in AEW, but you gotta put CM Punk. You gotta make CM Punk win this match because there's no way he would lose by this early, bro. This guy is gonna be a mega star in AEW, and he should be AEW champion.
Hey, come on, AJ.
But anyway,
Don't rush it, man.
I'm gonna say CM Punk, the best in the fucking world to win.
Yeah, AJ, don't rush the world title. I'm
AJ,
sure it will
don't
happen.
rush it, man.
I'm sure it will
It's
happen.
gonna happen eventually, but
Yeah.
please.
But
AJ, be quiet.
This time he's gonna walk out and go to a different company. Never know.
I am going all
Alright.
All
Alright. Wyatt.
Okay. My pick to win, I think CM Punk's definitely the most predictable win, because Vince would say, "Hey, it's crazy. CM Punk's taking on Sting and his grandson."
Yep.
And shout out to the Vince McMahon Googling account on Twitter.
Yes, that makes me laugh every day.
But I'm gonna have a lot to say on this. I mean, CM Punk. It's great to see him back in pro wrestling, but it's great to see him back. Like, I didn't get too excited about him like coming to AEW, but I would have been more excited to see him back in WWE. But I mean, it's great to see CM Punk back in pro wrestling. But
That's true.
I mean, CM Punk has cared about this pro wrestling thing, and I knew WWE's booking with him didn't work out so well, and that had led to him leaving. But I mean, with that, God, what am I saying? All right. I mean, it's gonna be like, what if these fans do? If fans start bitching about him and all these marks, it's gonna make me feel like CM Punk should have stayed retired in the first place. But if they rush him to the world title run, it's gonna make me feel like it's gonna make him make me feel like he should stay retired in the first place.
AJ.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's great to see him back and see what he does. But I mean, if he did not return that night, Chicago would have burned their city down.
They would like, boo!
They would burn that city
very
down if
loudly.
CM Punk never returned that night. Appeared that night. But I mean,
They would like be
for all you
pissed.
marks, how long is it gonna take for y'all to turn on his ass?
Probably
the point.
another 2 weeks,
All
unfortunately.
these people on social media.
Ruins wrestling.
All these people on social media. Pro wrestlers, pro wrestling fans, pro wrestling marks, anything you can imagine.
Anything.
Yeah.
Some
Blake,
people
go
ruin
ahead.
wrestling in general in social media, which that makes me unhappy.
I understand that Darby Allin, he's a great talent. He has a great run as TNT champion. But, I gotta go with the returning CM Punk. That was an emotional night of my life. We've been waiting this long to see him return, and it finally happened. So I gotta go with CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'll defeat Darby Allin, and he can have more dream matches. Like Kenny Omega, John Moxley, those other great talent.
Yep, right.
Yeah.
Work his way up to the AEW World Championship and not get handed to AJ.
Oh.
Yeah, AJ.
Hey guys, guess what? Logan Paul's coming on SmackDown tonight.
Boo! Why?
I think he's just
I'd rather
gonna be
watch
in
Rampage.
the crowd.
Boo! Boo!
Fuck
And
Logan
so
Paul and fuck
everybody
his
went
brother.
here?
Yeah.
You all went? Alright. Anyways, that was the AEW All Out predictions. How you can watch it. Most people have known already, but BR Live is shut down and they're migrating over to Bleacher Report. So if you're from the US, you gotta order the pay from there for $50. And if you're a fan enjoying this podcast outside of the United States, you can still enjoy the pay from Fight TV internationally. If you're lazy to do all that stuff, just enjoy watching it from a free site.
Like yours truly can help you out with.
Yeah.
But I'm ordering the pay-per-view from Bleacher Report, and that's about it. Thanks for watching Crash and Burn, where we predicted All Out, and enjoy the pay-per-view Sunday. Our next episode will be. Wyatt, do you want to announce it?
Our first ever WWF pay-per-view review, and that is
WWF.
Invasion 2001.
Yes. After that, we will be recording the review episode for All Out on September 6th on Labor Day.
Yay.
And then I will not be involved in the episode after that in case these people want to do an episode because I'll be attending SmackDown that day. So I'll be out.
Yay. Good luck, Jason.
And yeah, subscribe to the Moshcast, subscribe to the Assassin's YouTube channel, Nick's YouTube channel, and our next episode for the Moshcast is actually posted on Beer Bronx and Bentley's, hosted by Mr. Wyatt. Alright, so we'll see you then, and have a good one. Josh, go ahead.
Alright guys, it's been, a good time here. Thanks for watching the fastest rising podcast in professional wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast.
Hey, you said it wrong. It's Crash and Fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast.
I'm not gonna steal his line. That's his line. So thank you guys for watching the Fastest Rising Podcast, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed our all-out predictions. Like Jason said, you can buy the pay-per-view on Bleacher Report.
Not Miura Live.
Miura Live has shut down, so if you live in the U.S., you can buy it on there for $50.
Or Excalibur can explain all that to you.
Or if you live in Canada and the other parts of the world, you can buy it on Fight TV. Or if you're too lazy to pay $50, you can ask me to send you.
But trust me, guys, it's worth the money.
Yes. Or if you're too
you will not regret it.
Yes. Or my new line will be: if you're too lazy to buy it on that, the assassin can help you find a free link from some good brothers of his. So, make sure you subscribe to this podcast, subscribe to the Moshcast as well. Stay tuned for our Post Malone album review, Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
After that, it's gonna be an Eminem album review and NF.
Yes.
I believe I told Josh to host.
Eminem, one of my favorites of all time. So stay
and
tuned for all those.
NF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely let us know in the comments what you guys think about the All Out pay-per-view. Definitely let us know what you guys are thinking about CM Punk wrestling for the first time in 7 years. And yeah, stay tuned for our review of the show and a lot more to come. So the Assassin's out, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join the new movement. Hate means nothing. If people are hating on you, don't let them get to you, because hate means nothing.
Hate means nothing.
See you guys in the next episode.
Yes. AJ Styles.
Alright, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Crash and Fucking Burn
Wrestling Podcast. Crash and Fucking Burn.
As we did All Out. And by the way, guys, this episode is dedicated to the late great Daphne, who passed away unfortunately. Can we get a moment of silence for 5 to 10 seconds? As we hold the bell 10 times to dedicate one of the best wrestlers. Thank you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Keep rocking, everyone.
And the last warrior is out.
Exactly.
All right. Blake.
First of all, I want to thank you, Wyatt, for bringing me on here since the first time since November. And thank you, AJ, for convincing me to come back. Thank you, Jason, for being a good leader, and also you too, Josh. Thank you guys for letting me back on here. Hopefully, I'll be back. Hopefully, I'll be back on here.
Possibly full time.
Yeah.
And I'm down. I'm down. I have the time. Just hook me up. I'll just hook me up and I'll join.
Yeah.
You know how this works.
But yes, guys, please subscribe to the Crash and Fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast.
Wow. Thanks.
Yeah, Crash and Fucking Burn.
And don't forget to follow them on Twitter, Instagram,
any social media platform.
Yeah. Any. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed AEW. And yeah.
One more thing I meant to say in my usual outro: follow everybody on their socials, and do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, to follow my boys over at Wrestling is Everything.
Wrestling is Everything.
Yes, those are my boys too.
By the way, the Assassin goes live on Twitch, just so you guys know.
Oh yeah, play some games.
Yeah, play some games with the Assassin. Yeah. Josh, Danker.
You got Xbox, we'll add you on the stream. We'll have some fun, so definitely follow the boys over at Wrestling is Everything, Facebook, Instagram, hopefully a Twitter page coming soon. Definitely, if you're in the New York area, definitely catch us at the Wrestling Universe every Saturday.
And stay safe, by the way, because the weather hasn't been the best lately.
Yeah. And for all the people out in New York, hope you guys are doing safe, staying safe, being well. after the
Since
storm
the-
we had.
And the flooding too.
Yeah.
We will see you guys in our next episode.
We out.
Wyatt, you end us off.
Finally, thank you all for a fun episode here on the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. I want to welcome back Blake for making his first appearance since November. I think we've all had a great time on here. Please subscribe to the channel, like and give a comment on this video, show us some praising. Hopefully we get our viewership up and the subscribers up and everything. Please give everyone some support on their social medias, and also defend indie wrestling, support indie wrestlers, and also hopefully everyone's doing safe from all the everyone's doing safe after the horrific tragedy of Hurricane Ida, and also rest in peace, Daphne. And to remember to everyone, help is always available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are not alone.
As the
You're not-
suicide hotline says, you're never alone.
You're never alone.
Please, if you're
Never
going
alone.
through stuff, call.
Please don't hold in the pain, alright?
The
Yeah,
pain
do not
wanna
say
stop.
anything. Say something to us. Please. I swear to God.
We need you to live your lives. We don't need you self-harming yourselves. There's
Exactly.
always help available.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You have
always.
an entire nation, a society, a community behind your back 24/7.
Exactly.
Alright, so I guess that's pretty much it.
Yep.
We out, baby.
Alright, have a good one, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.
Crush and